My name's Varrock Herald, and I'm on a mission to defeat every boss in Runescape in release order. My journey finally brought me to the Inferno, and I've been camping it for about 2 weeks. I wish I could say I was ready to make a video about getting my first Inferno cape, but we're not quite there yet. So instead, I thought I'd do a quick check-in and let you know what I've learned so far. So here we go, let's talk Inferno. For the longest time, I thought the Inferno was a piece of content I'd never be able to complete. Not only did I think the content itself was way too challenging, but the idea of getting all the gear needed for it was equally as daunting. For me, once I unlocked the Bofa and the crystal armor, I gained a ton of confidence to take on more challenging content. Of course there's better gear to use here, but I knew that this was good enough to complete it, so I could no longer use the excuse that my gear wasn't good enough. So once I put aside my fear and just started getting right in there, I realized something kind of funny. I probably could have started learning this a long time ago. This is one of the big reasons why this is my new favorite piece of content. Just in the way it's structured, it teaches you everything you need to know about how to complete it as you're moving through it. Every run I do now, I get more comfortable and I gain more understanding about movement, flicking, and how the enemies work. This really satisfying thing happens when you finally realize how challenging a piece of content is, but every time you do it, you get tangibly better at it. The feeling of getting a new PB and getting further than I've gotten before is one of the most satisfying feelings I've felt in this game in a long time. And when I look into the details of what makes this fun, it's really the problem solving aspect. Every wave is its own little puzzle. The feeling of confidence you get when you get faster at reading them, solving them, and progressing through them is super rewarding. Not to mention the fact that the art and the monsters and the overall vibe of the Inferno is just really, really cool. To sum it up, I'd say it like this. Learning the content is very satisfying, the content itself is very well made, and any progression you make is extremely rewarding. If you've got even a mildly decent setup, I'd highly recommend coming here and just see what happens. I think a lot of people would get a lot further than they think they would. Whether you're an iron or a main, at some point you've had to ask yourself the question, are the resources I'm about to use worth using for this activity? After starting to learn the Inferno, I was asking myself that question a lot. As you can see here, I spent a bunch of time doing Giant Mole for Bird's Nest because I was ripping through Sarah Brews and Super Restores. After some meditation on this, I came to a realization. Using the supplies is always worth it. If you're engaging with a new piece of content and learning new skills, that is pretty much the best possible use of supplies that I can think of. While there's not going to be a one-for-one return on your investment right now, what you're doing is investing in your future self. The better you become at those activities, at prayer flicking, eating at the right time, movement, the less supplies you'll use in the future. I think gaining information and building skills is pretty much the best thing you can do for your account. So if that requires you to burn through some food and some brews, that's okay. You should embrace that. And hey, anytime you need to make some more brews, you come down here and you keep looking for that mole pet. I know I am. If nothing else, the Inferno will teach you two things. How to get one shot by an enemy you're not praying against, and how to take advantage of vision lines from multiple enemies. If you're not that familiar with the Inferno, these 3 pillars around the room are what we use to block the vision of different enemies at different times. Put simply, if they can't see you, they can't attack you. What's happening here is a perfect example of that. As soon as I walk away from that tower, everything in the room can see me and everyone starts attacking me. In this particular instance, I did not pray correctly at all, and I took about 65 damage. But as you can see, now I've got the ranger blocked off, so I can just focus on the blob and take care of him first before I move to the next enemy. This idea gets more complex as we go, with more enemies spawning in at the same time, but that same basic principle applies throughout the whole thing. If they can't see me, they can't attack me. Learn this lesson, it'll really help for other pieces of content. In particular, the Colosseum and Ulm at the end of Chambers of Xeric use these mechanics the whole time. I know now that I've got a good understanding of how this works, I'm way better suited to take on those other pieces of content. While I may not be ready to complete the whole thing, I've learned a ton in the last 2 weeks, and I'm super excited to get back in there and keep grinding. There's no substitute for playing, dying, and learning from your mistakes. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please consider liking and subscribing. I'll be sure to give more updates on how the Inferno progress is going, and hopefully the next time I see you, I'll be wearing a new cape on my back. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time on